Over the course of the last week, great enthusiasm was met with sadness as longtime producer Yoshinori Ono left Capcom after over 20 years of service to the company. Ono has worked on and produced a number of beloved fighting game titles in the past, such as Street Fighter Alpha, Third Strike, Street Fighter 4, and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. The announcement was so sudden, coming suspiciously after the reveal announcement of Street Fighter V Season 5 and the 4 characters that would be joining the roster. I'm not one to often question decisions like these, but I would be lying if I said that it didn't raise an eyebrow for me. I've hardly seen developers show as much love and enthusiasm for a series as much as Ono has for Street Fighter. Surprisingly though, a rumor was surfaced from a reputable source that Ono was demoted within Capcom due to Ono's build of Street Fighter 6 being poorly received by playtesters. Hey, I hope you don't mind me cutting in here. If you liked the video so far, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. This rumor came just a few days before Ono's resignation. Personally, I take most rumors with a grain of salt. However, I like to consider the track record of the leaker in order to determine whether or not their rumors hold merit. Upon looking into Dust Golem, or otherwise known as Aesthetic Gamer, I can only find information on their Resident Evil 8 rumor. Prior to the reveal of Resident Evil 8, Aesthetic Gamer correctly claimed that the appearance of Beastmen werewolves were enemies within the upcoming game. Mind you, these enemies have never appeared in a mainline Resident Evil game before. What makes this person more reputable to me is the fact that the rumor wasn't just something as simple as a main character from a previous game making a cameo, but instead something outlandish that you wouldn't expect for anyone to predict. Returning to the Street Fighter 6 rumor, Aesthetic Gamer detailed that the upcoming title featured team mechanics that the game focused too much on. According to the rumor, Ono was demoted within the company due to the shift in mechanics and the poor reception of the build. If this rumor is true, I could only imagine that Capcom was reluctant to take another chance on Ono after the financial and critical failures of Street Fighter X Tekken and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Thus far, I've seen a mix of reactions from fans. Many fans are thankful for his contributions to the Street Fighter series and the fighting game genre as a whole for producing Street Fighter 4 and getting the genre out of the dark age. On the opposite side, I've seen people who were actually relieved that he resigned. They felt that he was holding the series back and ruining Capcom fighters as a whole. I'm really curious though as to what you all think of his resignation. Tell me in the comments below. For me, I can't think of a better word for how I feel than bittersweet. I don't dislike Ono, but I understand how both sides feel about the situation. The main reason I am reluctant to criticize him is because of large companies like Capcom and the pressuring decisions that may come from higher ups on the corporate ladder. For all I know, some of these criticisms could be at the fault of older men in positions of higher power. Despite the flaws of Street Fighter V, I'm thankful for the ongoing development and the planning for DLC characters through Season 4. If that would have been the last season, I would have been satisfied with just that. To think that it was all planned back when the game launched. Now, I think the only thing left to ask is, what's next for Street Fighter? With Ono's resignation, others have stepped up to take on the responsibility of handling the game and developing Street Fighter 6 behind the scenes. In regards to the selection of characters made by the new heads, Season 5 was brilliantly handled. Not only do we have a mix of popular characters, as well as a notable character of whom we haven't seen playable in over 20 years, but we also got a rival schools character. To say the least, fans have been begging Capcom for years for a rival schools character. The team will also incorporate new mechanics into the game during Season 5's release. I can't say whether or not these mechanics will significantly improve the game, so we'll just have to wait and see. Surprisingly, Capcom has decided to take on a new format for their reveals. With the Summerfest, we were spoken directly to by the people involved in the game's development as well as the esports scene. To me, that showed a real effort to lower the barrier between developers and the fans. The numerous nods and references to the fan base were also appreciated. It may be too early to say, but if the selection of characters and transparency are anything to go by, I think Capcom is in great hands. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed the content, check out my video on A New Age of Capcom, Street Fighter V Season 5. You'll love it.